I thought I'd make a video telling people about my home-built Cozy Mark IV I put together over the course of 13 years. I get different inquiries about some of the different things I did from the plans, and just general questions from people about cozies. But there's lots of videos about cozies in general on YouTube, but I thought I'd do a quick one about this one. So here we go. So I started this, I believe, in 2007. Let me just start about Cozy Mark IV's four-place airplane, 180 horsepower, Lycoming 360 is the recommended motor. It cruises around 180 miles an hour, top speed of 200 and maybe change. And they all look generally like this. I'll start right now with what's different about mine. The biggest difference by far is that mine is 6 inches wider. The fuselage is 6 inches wider. The wings are the same size, but they're 6 inches further apart from each other. The canard is standard size, extending from the fuselage. However, inside there, it's also 6 inches wider. I had ridden previously in two cozies, and being 6'3" and 220 pounds, well, maybe more now, it just was awfully tight. I have wide shoulders. I struggled to move, and I decided to widen the airplane. I did so in consultation with other people. That being said, the final outcome was anything but certain. I have not lost my life or crashed yet. Stay tuned. I also modified the canopy. Instead of a one-piece canopy, I made two pieces. First, I did a front hinge canopy, which I have another video about how I did it. Absolutely love this feature. And then I also did a side door in the back here. There we go, sorry. To get into the back. My cockpit's very conventional, very old school. I do have a modern engine analyzer or monitor over there, but the rest of it's steam. I am exploring possibly going to glass and getting autopilot, some other features that I don't have now. There's still some unfinished areas in the airplane, as you can see. Will they get finished? I have no idea. Another place I did modifications is I put in a Lycoming 540. Have better climb, a little bit better cruise, a lot more cooling issues because of it. I ended up having to turn the exhaust outboard because there was no way to get the exhaust past the propeller without hitting the propeller directly and cooking it. So you can't clock a 6-cylinder engine with 3 blades with exactly 6 positions on the flange there. I mean, no matter what, you're going to have a cylinder hitting it. So I did that modification. Other modifications include the side windows. I think these are super invaluable. I use them every time I land. They're awesome for peripheral view of the ground as it's coming up to you. Absolutely fantastic. So those are the basic mods that I did. I didn't do too many modifications. The front hinge canopy, I absolutely love. The only downside is you lose some space right here for the braces for the front hinge canopy. However, with my airplane being 6 inches wider, it gave me a lot more space. I could put a center console in. I did lose some panel space up here. I put mine higher for my longer legs. Generally, the plans would have that at least an inch lower. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Now, let me tell you about things that I wish I wouldn't have done and I would change in another build, modifications I would make. The first one is, I don't know if I'll ever carry passengers in the back. If I had it over, I would not put rear seats in. I would just make a nice cargo area back here. And I would probably move this back another 2 inches. Then I would have truly good leg room. I wouldn't have had to modify the panel as much as I did. And it would just be a true, just 2-seater with a lot of baggage. The other thing I would have done is I would have gotten rid of that door, and I would have gone to where I just had the one canopy opening. Every time you have an opening, it's so much work to deal with it. I would rather just have the single one. I'd still do front hinged, but I'd get rid of this door back here. Next modification, the rear windows. Those are absolutely worthless. They're a pain in the butt to put in and do all this work, and they're just a pain in the butt to do. I wouldn't put those in. I guess they're nice if there's somebody sitting back there, maybe. I've sat in the back, and I'd have to really crank my head sideways to look at them. I'd get rid of those. I'd just have two, that window over there, and I'd probably just make it round. I'd just make that round, make this one round, make it part of the canopy, boom, and be done with it. Other thing that I definitely would do is I would get rid of those sumps right there. They're a pain in the butt finishing. They're not aerodynamically friendly. I would just make those flush straight to the fuselage and put an internal sump, which would be really easy since I no longer have passengers in the back seat. So that would be something else that I would do. Other modifications I would do. That might be about it. Not a whole lot of things I would modify. I would probably make the lower winglets smaller. I'd still have them, but they wouldn't be nearly as big and bulky as they are. Those may get shortened here in the near future. Next time I decide to take us out of the plane. I'm still going to be making cowling adjustments. I definitely want to narrow that up, try and tighten that up, get more air to the propeller. And still, like I said, I have cooling issues. I'm still fighting through those. Not sure how I'm going to address all of those, but I'll let you know. So anyway, that is my my home built that I did. Oh, there is one other thing I would recommend to anybody building. Anything that's not structural, canopy that comes off, speed brake, cowlings, anything that attaches to it, I would use carbon fiber. My canopy is carbon fiber. It is incredibly light, super stiff, which is great with those hinges way down at the bottom, so it's not like twisting or anything when you open it up. It's very stiff, very strong. Speed brake, my cowlings are out of carbon fiber. I mean, it gives you, it takes off weight where it's kind of an easy weight savings. So I would do that. I would recommend that. Anyway, what do they say when you come to their YouTube channel? Oh, I'm on the, I have a goal of 1 subscriber by the end of next year. And it's a bonus if it's not a family member. So anyway, thank you.